Do you ever call people nicknames in bed? And I was like, I mean, if that's what you like, then sure, I can do that. Like, that's not a problem. What would you like to be called? And he's like, it's weird. And I was like, okay, is it daddy?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right? Like, is it daddy? And he was like, no, it's nothing like that. And I was like, okay, then what is it? And he's
Nothing
like,
so pedestrian.
Yeah.
he goes, magic. Tequila! I don't want to be Beppa.
GMat. Is there anything for dessert or something? Oh, Mario! Oh my God!
Whoa. Hometown Spider-Man.
Yay. I need help with doing a push-up.
This is still going?
Yep.
Just a scotch down.
Yep. How about that?
Yeah, that'll do. That won't blow me eardrums
I
out.
love the word scotch. Doesn't mean anything, does it?
It sounds like a slur.
No words mean
You
anything.
fucking scotch.
Oh,
So your
Dwight,
dad's-
you ignorant scotch.
Get out of my store, you scotch.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, I don't like
You gotta
Italians.
You gotta take.
We'll hear that thunder. Ellie doesn't like that thunder. Oh my God.
Wow.
So
hide
yeah,
under there.
someone gifted him one. It just popped up on the screen. He's like, oh man, someone gifted me. I was like, oh, nice. Then I just was sitting, waiting for my Steam to go, and it never did.
It never did. Not even one time.
That's pretty upsetting.
And then he's like, look at this giant box that Rode sent me with all
Yeah,
these microphones. Cool. I've been streaming for over 2 days in a row now, and I've received nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody's simping for Ben.
No.
I think plenty of people simp for Ben. I just don't think they fork out the money to
Nobody
Does it
with
even
money.
count? Does it even count
Sorry.
if I'm not getting
Don't
Free
you,
stuff?
Don't you remember G-Stream?
payola?
I got one free stuff, which was cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I got two free
You've
stuff.
got some free stuff.
I got one free stuff.
VR headset was free.
Yeah, but that was because I was employed by a company. That wasn't
true.
like because I just started streaming for fun with my friend.
You
it's
got it
still
for free. You
free.
didn't have to
Yes.
outlay cash to.
That's right, but the road stuff was the coolest thing that I got, I think. Because we were
road
literally
stuff,
just
yeah.
streaming. He was like, that guy sounds like shit. Let me send you some stuff. I was like, okay.
And every time we played a game as well, you got to refund it, which was nice.
Again,
Yeah.
working for a company.
Yeah, but it's like you keep it. It's not like pens
That's
at
true.
the office.
That's true.
You know, you hold on to it.
Yeah,
You
I
can
know.
use it outside.
I'm certainly not complaining. I mean, I want that.
Which one?
And I was talking to Ben because at work at JB, the games coordinator promised me the code because he gets a code for the good stuff that comes in. And he keeps the one, and he's like, I'm not going to play Call of Duty. You can have it. And I was like, fantastic. I'll hold you to that. I'll see you on Thursday. I get there on Thursday. Mike's not there. So I said to my boss, I go, can you get the code for me? Because he promised me and I'd like it tonight. And he was like, oh, no, I got it. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I got it. He gave it to me. It's like, what do you mean he gave it to you? He goes, oh, I promised I'd buy him coffee every day this week. He just gave it to me. I was
That's
like,
all it
this is
takes.
fucking betrayal. I
That
said,
is betrayal.
With 100%.
You had a verbal
genuine.
contract.
I was like, oh, by the way, at the end of my shift, you can give me $100 Steam gift card then. He's like, why? I said, because you now are making me spend $100 to play this game I was told I was going to get for free.
But he had no idea. It's the original guy who owes
It doesn't
you.
matter.
That's
It
true.
matters. No, the original
true.
guy owes you.
The
he
original
promised
guy
it to you.
owes me. I'm going there. I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
But did you get the $100 out of the other guy?
no.
Oh, what? That's what you said. I'm just
No, I
going
said
off
you
your...
should. And he was like, no, why
Yeah.
would I do that?
You
And I was like,
shouldn't.
you definitely should.
I
you
liked it
prick.
when you told me the story and you said, went in there and you said, well, can I get the code? He's like, oh no, Mike gave it to me.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah,
You
I
said
did
you're
say
lying.
that. I was
No.
like, you're lying.
No.
Yeah, I was like, you are lying, surely. I was like, oh, good joke.
You're
Where is it?
lying.
And
Like-
then he got up his PlayStation account and his phone. And he's like, look, there's Call of Duty. I was like, you fucking bastard.
You're like Flanders in that one episode. You lie. What makes you lie? What's he doing that shit
know.
for?
I'm not sure if that one.
Back room, is it? It's Homer says something
Beck
to...
ran out of the room because you said
Because it was so bad.
He's doing his Flanders impression again. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Homer says
Christ.
something to Flanders. He's banging him on the chest. And he's going, you lie. I can hear the intonation in my brain. You
You've
lie.
made that up.
You lie. What makes you lie? It's something like that. I swear, I'm going to look it up.
I think Flanders is an excellent character. I also think Smithers is an excellent character.
I like
No.
they never overtly say that he's a closeted gay.
you're lying. You're lying. What makes you lie?
Told you.
There you go.
What makes you lie?
Does that visual do anything for you?
No, you're lying. You're lying.
Marge.
What makes you lie?
Yeah,
Homer.
sorry. I pictured Homer in my brain, but
He's got his
You
church clothes on.
lie. You lie. What makes
what's
you
the
lie?
context of that?
The
Down's that way. Reverend,
His wife
you're
died.
going the wrong way.
No.
I'm sorry, Ned. Looks like God has packed up and left
When
Springfield.
when Reverend Lovejoy
No,
leaves
no, you're
Springfield,
lying. You're
very
lying.
fucking good. Yeah, see, half broken memory.
Was somebody saying that Smithers isn't overtly gay?
Yeah, Ben said he loves that they never say.
They never
he's a
say that he's gay, but it's just all the way through, like him having those dreams. It burns.
But then there's
What
also,
about
he turns
what
like
about
they're
when
just-
he's crying when the
I mean, he
even
is
the
obviously,
Niard girls are
but they
dancing
just
with
slip
him.
it in there without it being the point of anything.
rollerblading through the gay part of Springfield in short shots, and people are like, "Hey, Smithers," and he's
Yeah.
like, "Shut up, Dan."
That and the
Yeah, they never say it.
like Lisa just goes there to find out about the Malibu Stacy doll. You're quite good at turning me on. Probably best to ignore
Does he cry when the big boobed ladies are dancing?
And he's like, "No."
Or when he goes on vacation, it cuts to him being like oiled by big
Yeah.
muscly men.
In a gay club.
They're like, come on! No, they never say it.
Yeah, they don't.
Even at Niage, I think is.
But it's never a story. It's just this thing that is all the way through. It's just all
Yeah.
these
I reckon if
not
we
so subtle hints.
revisited one of the modern seasons,
100%.
I reckon he
100% he comes out.
They-
he's like,
they would have a
he's
whole
like, hey,
episode
Bart,
about him coming
here's
out.
how to do. She's like, oh, okay, we've ruined The Simpsons. You've got to stop.
All right, this is exciting. Everybody's here. Should we just get into it? Should we just fucking start? Just do the bloody thing? Let's go. for it.
Yay.
Hello and welcome to episode 221 of the GMat podcast.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Doesn't.
Please call.
Today's episode of the GMat podcast is brought to you by our merch, which is available at teespring.com/stores/therealgmat. Go get yourself some merch. We're all wearing it. It looks lovely. That intro is brought to you by me. If you want to hear less upsetting things, you need to send your own intros.
Is that
Contact at the Real GMat. They're going to get more and more upsetting. .tv or submit them in the Discord in the podcast intro section. I would love that. That would be amazing. And if you want to support the show and get access to extra things, including the Jazzcast, go to patreon.com/the GMat podcast. That'd be amazing. It's not me. I don't know what that is.
Stop the music.
Oh my God. Is that on your end, Beck?
I don't know what's going on.
My name is GMat and I'm here to say it's the podcast with Aidan and Ben and Beck. We're gonna do some things. We'll see some fucking stuff. We'll do the fucking podcast. It'll be great. Aidan fucking loves it. Beck fucking loves it. Ben fucking loves it. It's the fucking podcast. I fucking know the point of this. Yeah. Thank you. Cut the music. Thank you.
How long did you spend making the music?
Like last night.
You couldn't have written two bars.
No.
At the start, I was like, what's going on? And then you start, I go, oh, wow, this is rehearsed.
No.
And then it wasn't rehearsed
That
at
was
all.
very obviously not rehearsed.
This is the podcast that
Last night I was doing it, and then I just get that
You
end
sold it well.
where it goes boom, and then I accidentally like alt and that copies it, and it went boom, boom, and I was like, that's kind of cool. And then immediately I was like, I'm gonna do a bit tomorrow where I go boom, 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 and I just said I'll just make something up.
Yeah, you gave me the brief. You're like, I'm just going to freestyle.
Just freestyle,
I
just
totally
not-
forgot that you'd said that until
I-
the music started playing, and I was like, oh, it's happening.
I love Matt's freestyle physicality. It's always the same. It's like this. He sits back.
Lounge rap.
I'm just real
Just
lounge.
letting everybody know they're a part of the song.
It's such like white guy Will Smith energy as well. Like
I'm at the podcast with Beck and Ben.
we got
There
Becca
is
J
Matt.
and Ben J.
And
We're
then-
here to do a podcast in a major way.
Oh, hey, come on!
It is.
You're gonna-
It's also.
who's right there?
It's also very Auntie Donna. We're like,
Is it? Oh yeah, true.
Speaking
Speaking
of Auntie Donna, we saw a scary movie and the bad guy at the end looked just like Zachary Ruane.
Zachary Ruane. Ben was asking about.
no,
some
they're
holidays.
saying Ruanes.
I was saying Ruanes. He was been saying Gruane for a
Yeah, that's
long
what I thought it
time.
was. I thought it was Zachary Gruane.
I
The
can't believe-
Gruane transfer.
Oh, great show.
By the way, that's Beck, everybody. She's producing
Hello.
the show. She's
You've
here.
deemed me too ugly for broadcast.
I know,
You've
I couldn't
taken
fi-
my camera away.
I haven't taken it away. I just couldn't find it. I'll have to either go buy a new one or find
me
it.
too ugly for broadcast.
Next to Beck is Aidan Jonathan. Welcome to the show. And then Ben J. And I'm the GMat podcast. I'm the GMat.
You are the GMat.
That's me.
Okay, we going is like you're going the GMat now. You're not just GMat. You're the GMat.
I mean, I hadn't locked it in.
Like from Charlie's Angels 1, the Chad. That's a fucking long fucking.
the Chad.
That's a memory in my mind.
yeah,
This is his Puff Daddy to P Diddy transformation.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking more like Snoop Dogg to Snoop Lion, but whatever.
Snoop Lion was not good. He's back to Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean?
Or
Wasn't
like Kanye to Ye, you could just be at
Oh.
Yeah.
Ujma.
Isn't he Yee?
Yay.
Yay.
I thought he was Yee.
It's not
why
Kanye, is
Ye.
he?
It's Kanye. It's Yay.
Yeah, but I thought he just
No, it's Ye.
like Yeezys.
No.
They really should be Yeezys, shouldn't they?
There should be Ye.
Well, they're
Ye.
nothing now because they pulled the brand deal.
He's, yeah.
That picture of him going like this. You seen that picture and his beard's all. It looks like a butthole. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm gonna find that.
Does Kanye have a bit? Oh no, the clock that's broken. Does Kanye have a beard now?
In that picture he does. I'm gonna find it for you.
Jeez.
It looks so much like that bad. You know that movie where the girl's got a butthole for her mouth and she gets teased. I'll find it. I'll find it all. I'll find it.
Is it the
don't
one
like
that ends
that.
with I feel vigorous?
Girl butthole mouth. This is.
There is a real
not
thing.
Go well for me.
And it has
This
a
is
little.
not
It
gonna
has
go
a little
well for me.
freckle next to it, doesn't it? Like.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the girl butthole mouth movie that I was talking about.
Oh.
It's really upsetting.
It's like a little bit too
Is
realistic.
that Will Forte?
That's Will Forte. You see what I'm talking? Right? And
pretty
Matt,
bloody
I'm
good.
sure you can put that on the thing. And then Kanye.
It's in my folder.
Kanye mouth blowing? That doesn't make sense.
I remember the stream the other day. I said Kanye is the biggest honky cracker that I know, and some people were like, "Oh, come on." Like what?
People really still go hard for him.
I know.
Despite him proving over and over again what a piece of shit he is.
He was
He's a
making
proper piece of
he was
shit.
making White Lives Matter shirts, and I just that's
He was baking them at home.
that's what it was. It's literally like they're like painted and shit.
printing.
So I was
a 3-day
like,
course.
I just made a gag where I was like, he's such a honky cracker. People got weird about it. And now everyone's on it. People are like, it's like hashtag Uncle Tom. And I'm like, where, what? Everyone was getting mad at me 3 weeks ago. Fucking bullshit. He's a weird guy. Have you found the butt?
1 second. It's hard. There's a lot
I
of pictures
believe.
of this guy.
Uh-huh.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he get hit by a car at some point when he was much younger?
Yeah.
You get the whole CTE thing going, and
Oh,
he's
is
just
this
an
what's
insane
happening?
person.
Sig tick energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, I can't find this picture.
That's fine. I saw the butthole mouth and that scarred me already for the
Yeah,
rest of
we
the
can
day.
draw our own conclusions.
So you were asking about Smile? Terrifying movie, by the way.
Oh,
Terrifying.
yeah.
Terrifying movie. Terrifying.
Okay.
Terrifying movie. The point where
Aidan was having nightmares.
I've been having nightmares, and last night
About people being happy with you.
it's so
It's a good
scary.
thing they never are. I'm sorry.
I
So sorry. I'm really sorry.
Aidan it was very fast. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but we're watching the movie, right? And this intro is pretty like it's scary, and in the big cinema with the noise, it's a lot scarier than to be at home. And then the intro comes up and it goes smile, what? It comes at
bigger
you,
and it's bright red.
but the noise is really off-putting. And then it goes, and it was over, and Aidan goes, I think I'm in the wrong class. he thought it was going to be like a goofy.
Well, I
like,
didn't look it up.
yeah.
I didn't look it up, and Matt was like, "You want to watch Smile?" I was like, "Psh, "Smile? Oh, the one where they smile at you? Sure." Like
Yeah.
that seems stupid. And then he was like, "Yeah, it's supposed to be like really good, like a 7 out of 10." I was like, "Okay, Smile, okay." Then we got there, and the opening scene is very full on,
Yeah.
like so full on, and then it's like, "Smile, smile, 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 smile," and I was like.
I don't want to.
Yeah, like
Before-
Matt, I'm in the wrong class.
Yeah.
Like I was watching it like this for the most of the movie.
We sat down.
Not joking.
We sat down and went, I've been really looking forward to just getting the shit scared out of me. Because I knew it was going to be jump scare heavy, not like Hereditary or Good or like the,
Yeah.
it wasn't going to be worth it, but at least I was going to get
popcorn
scared.
schlock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Aidan was like, what? I'm like, is it bad? And I'm like, it's pretty bad
Yeah,
apparently.
I got scared. Every
it
single
bad?
jump scare, I jumped. Like I properly jumped. I went, oh, like that.
Yeah, and we knew they were all coming. We're like, you're in coming.
Most of
Yeah.
the time, I'd go, okay, and I try to keep my eyes open as wide as possible because I needed to make sure that I saw it. So I was like this. I look like a crazy person. In
The one with
cinema.
the car, the lady at the car.
That one scared me the most, and I was upset. And that's
Yeah.
on the trailer, and I didn't watch the trailer.
I think knowing that it's coming makes it worse with the
They
jump scare because you're like,
Yeah, it's the anticipation is
you're like,
fucked.
you compound the spring and then you're
It's just the trope of the movie. Like the ideas, some of the ideas in the movie were fairly good.
I liked the plot on paper, like from start to finish. It's like, yeah, I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
What is it? A thing happens and people see something and then they smile.
It's like
There's like a demon or something.
yeah, it
chasing
transfers between people. So you'll watch somebody commit suicide, and then when you see them commit suicide, the thing transfers over to you, and then that person will, after
really
like
happy.
4 or 5 days, will just
themselves.
go and kill themselves in front of someone, and that person will,
It's
you know.
they're seeing the demon torment them by taking somebody else's form, but it can't quite figure it out, so it smiles.
Oh yeah, so they get tormented for the 4 or 5 days.
If I'm getting tormented, I could come into this room and we could be talking, and then all of a sudden you could say something weird. I'll be like, "What?" And I'll look over and you'll be like, and you're like, "Ah!" And then it disappears, and it's still you again. You're like, "Oh fuck, what was that?"
You're right. So you're normal. You're not the one smiling. People. It looks like people are smiling
everyone
at you.
else.
You're
tripping out.
you're hallucinating.
Like she's
'cause
walking down the
it's
street.
not real.
Yeah, she's walking down the street, and then you go, "Look at that," and in the background there's someone going.
And it looks like a Fatboy Slim video.
It's fucked.
But then,
It's
like halfway
fucked.
through the movie, when she's got it, she's the main lady who's got it, and she's like, "I know what to do." And then that's when she starts working out. She's like, "Oh my god, there's like 20 people down the line from this thing that have committed suicide because there's police reports and stuff." And then there's one guy who managed to not die. And that's sort of like
He's the guy who's like hiding the old house. He's got long hair and bits of string and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how did you do it? Just had to never stop masturbating. Just furiously masturbating. It has to be in public where people can see you. It's the only way.
I'm so scared that I can't. Last night I put Charlie to bed. He goes to sleep in the laundry, and then I lock up the house and I go to sleep. But it was about 1:30 because there was an Age of Empires update, so I was playing that.
Age of Empires 4.
Yeah, new civilizations, which is fun. I was playing that, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, I could put Charlie away," and I was so scared. Still, and it's now been just over a week. I'm still so scared that I turned every light on. I followed every light. By the way, it doesn't matter because this thing attacks in the day. It's not like and also I haven't seen anyone kill themselves, so I'm not, but
also
so
that lady
scared.
never turned her fucking lights on, so I think we don't know.
I'm so scared.
Her house was so goddamn dark in the movie.
I'm so scared.
Also, if it's dark,
Yeah.
you can't see anything smiling at you.
Yes, but it also talks to you. There's one of the most horrifying bits is when she's in the bed. Hey, come to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Come to the bathroom. And she turns around and it's like, here, come to the bathroom. I'm like, ah!
Always pulling out all the usual stuff.
I
That's
was
good.
so upset.
Oh, where she's listening to the audio recording, and she's like, of the person committing suicide, and then she hears, "What's that?" She isolates that bit, turns it up, and then she's like, "What the fuck?" And brings it up a
you're
little
leaning
higher, and then obviously someone comes next to her and goes, "Right, you know."
Oh, I
It's great.
didn't like it. I
That
didn't
was
enjoy
in.
myself.
Was it Anthony Hopkins in The Right? I think
it was in.
Or was it something?
Everything probably.
The Right.
Yeah, there's always the thing where it's like,
Help me.
there's always
really
some
is.
like.
And they did it for like 45 seconds. So you think, and I'm like, okay, there's something fuck's going to come from the audio is what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, there's going to be something scary, but it's going to be in the audio. And then it was just, You're like, oh, you piece of shit.
Everyone was good actors, which was nice.
Yeah, it's a
Everyone
refreshing
liked-
change in those
everyone
horror
did their
movies.
job.
Did he tell you that there were fucking people left?
Oh yeah, the two people down.
Oh,
from us.
yeah.
Two people walked out of
Butthole.
the movie, they couldn't hack it.
Couldn't hack it right
Even
after
I could hack
right
it.
after the
Dorks.
car scare.
Yeah, even I could hack it. And I can't, clearly, because my mental health has been severely damaged.
But he was a douche. First off,
Oh, was he?
Well,
Why?
we
It was-
don't
it
know.
was like this.
I mean, he wasn't a douche. He was just very built.
You always say that was the first
No,
thing he said.
he was
Said
huge.
He was walking
He was walking big, and I said that guy's fucking huge.
But he also had like a rat tail, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, his hair was gross, but like, I guess he was a douche.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an assumption based on the rat.
Yeah,
tail.
it was.
It's a pretty safe assumption.
She was clinging to him coming in, saying, "I'm not sure." Like, I'm really like. She was scared coming into the movies, and he was like, "It's gonna be fine."
Yeah.
And then
Then
they
the car
left.
scare. He's like, oh,
This car
this is
scare-
boring.
The car
This
scare
is
was
a
pretty
boring
fucking
movie. I'm
bad.
out of here.
The car scare was pretty
Yeah, that
bad.
was a
It
rotten
was pretty
one.
bad.
Yeah.
I imagine they were in the car and he was like, "This is why I don't take you out anyway."
Yeah.
you know, this is your fault for me dragging you to a movie you didn't want to see.
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm sorry.
I reckon he was more scared than her.
Can I give you a blowjob?"
Like, that help?
Is that what you like to imagine? That's how you're imagining it?
Yeah. What? We've all got a little tricks to make us climax.
You think about it, but you imagine
My
yourself
feet.
as the girl.
Yes. And Becca's the guy.
I would never be scared if I was his girlfriend. I would make him so happy. I would stroke his rat tail.
My boyfriend.
My boyfriend. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary.
Yeah, it was a pretty scary movie.
A Train played the the shit boyfriend, so it was really easy to hate him. I don't know why that guy's been pushed into a corner where he has to play someone who's unbearable. Remember A-Train from
He's just
The Boys?
2 roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the exact same person.
Oh, okay.
He's just sort
he
of
runs
like,
really fast in this as well.
Yeah, he bails. He runs out of that relationship real quick.
Really fucking quick.
He's like, whoa, you're seeing things? Bye.
She does the worst job of
explaining it. Yeah.
She's like, imagine if like something was around, but like it's here, but only I can see it. And everyone's like, you're a fucking crazy person.
But he's also like, she just gets out of hospital after seeing something, and she's like, I need to tell you something. He's like, we need to go inside. And he won't even talk to her about it.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
I got shit I got to do today.
Yeah, he's like,
What's
I'm not
this?
standing.
I'm worried for my life. Oh.
It's just like that.
I reckon we're done.
Remember the first scene when he's like, hey, what's wrong? You seem upset. And she's like, one of my patients committed suicide today in front of me. And he's like, come here.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, let's talk about it. He's like, let's come here. He's like, is that better?
Yeah, and then like she's feeding the cat. They're gonna go out for dinner, and he just found this out. He goes to get changed. He comes back, and he's just like starts like kissing her neck, like yeah, you're right, baby.
He
like,
is.
Fucking, you're not gonna. She's not gonna fuck you. She's traumatized.
He's trying to get something going the day she watched someone cut their fucking face open in front of her.
Yeah, she says it was really bad, and he finds her on the fridge, like drinking, and then she comes in, scares her so much she drops the glass. So I mean, like, this woman is not well.
Yeah.
And he's like,
did you break another glass?
Time for some sexual healing, maybe. It's good for us. Sexual healing.
Yeah. So Smile's good.
It was good times. Good
So
movie.
when you said you were really feeling like getting a few jump scares in, did you walk out of there feeling like you just had a good workout?
Yeah.
Or what's the feeling? Because I hate jump scares so
Oh, it's
much.
big adrenaline.
I don't understand.
It's just the adrenaline rush where you go, oh God, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure there's some endorphins that come with like spicy foods and shit where you get a little bit of a come down. You're like, woo.
It's, I think
Some for nothing.
I felt good about it. And we're walking out, and I was looking over my shoulder, and I was like, yeah, this is good.
I was
He was rotten. You were
I was like
Too much.
Remember when I came out of the toilet and
Afghani
he was sitting on the chair and I came out of the toilet and went like this, waiting for him to turn towards me. And he went, fuck off.
Yeah, no, like truly, I was so scared. I dropped him off and I was like, I didn't look through my rearview mirror because I was so afraid you were going to be
Someone in the back seat.
No, you were just going to be standing on the road going, like, I got into my room. I closed it. I got into my room. I got into bed. I turned my laptop on because I was like, I can't be in the darkness. And then I realized that the laptop screen was too bright, so I couldn't see anything around.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, cool. It's next to me and I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm never going to sleep tonight. I did eventually, but it was
Great.
bad. It was pretty bad.
I slept like a baby.
I could just very, very vividly recall the last bit. I've never been scared by a movie like this before.
Oh, really? It's
Never.
the worst one ever.
This is the worst one ever so far.
Wow.
I can still picture like the scary thing happens at the end, right? Like it's like, and usually I'm okay, right? It's like, okay, this is dumb. It was like a bit gory. It was a bit horrifying, but it was like, I remember doing like this. Like my eyes went so wide because I was so scared, and it's imprinted on my skull. I tried to find a picture of that.
Is it Ruane? Oh, the head opening. Yeah.
When all the jaws come out.
Yeah.
And I was like, like that. I can't find a picture of it anywhere to show anybody what I can, if it was even real. Like I'm like, do you know what I mean? I'm so frightened of it. I'm still so frightened of it.
You were frightened. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I wanted her to live.
Yeah, I wanted her to live as well. She died.
Spoiler alert.
It's pretty fucked. It's worth a watch.
It's not as it's a bit more scary than It Follows, but It Follows is a way better movie. So
I
you
don't
should
want to watch It
definitely
Follows ever because it's about getting a demon on you from casual sex.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't have to be casual.
that's too close to home. Okay.
That's right. Aidan fucks people.
And he never
Everybody
smiles.
fucks people, but I don't want to just like, you know what I mean?
Sorry, there was a comma there. Aidan fucks, comma, people.
Thank you.
People.
This is the man who's got me on the Peters, people.
Speaking of sexual things, this is not a fully fleshed out bit, but Beck and I were talking in bed.
That's my favorite thing to bring into the public forum.
Well, it's just sort of like a gag that we came up with in bed where we're talking about like
Here we go.
Okay.
we're talking about like
What if I put these
That's where we
gloves
do our
on?
best work.
like when you're eating someone out and
Whoever.
I was saying like I don't want to get like I don't want that thing where they eat you out and you go and they spit on you.
You don't?
Like some people enjoy it and you know in right context, but I feel like especially because it's my butt, if someone's if,
thanks for the
if Beck's
clarification.
eating my butt and she goes, I'm like, nah, it's over because now I feel like a little girl. You know, I feel
a little girl.
I don't know. You know, I feel
little baby girl.
that's like a real level of domination. When
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you
spit
get
on you.
How do you change a nappy, Matt?
You said little girl. Why did you say little girl when you get your ass?
I don't know. You know, just I feel like a baby.
That's not as better.
I feel
You feel vulnerable.
empowered. I feel overpowered.
vulnerable.
Yeah. And we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, some people like it.
Yeah,
and
because that's like a spread of the cheek and like a, yeah, look what I'm about to fucking do. You've lost control.
And I said, there's one way where no one would enjoy it, where you could ruin it. All you have to do is right before it go, and we called it snotty cunnilingus. Where like
you called it that.
Sorry, you find someone who's into it, and you're like, yeah, spit on me, and you go, okay. So not a fully fleshed out bit, but there it is.
That's fucked.
A lot of things could be ruined. Like
A lot of things could be ruined, but that's
If you don't like the spitting thing, you just say ooh after. It'll make you feel like, yeah, own it. You got to really own the subjugation.
or if like someone's about to go down on you and they go, woo! That would ruin it, I think.
Is this thing on?
That's fucked.
All right, when you're about to climax, you go, here comes the dynamite.
Here it comes.
The dynamite. Strike.
I remember when we were in high school, my friends and I found this guy called Mandingo, which is a porn star with this huge dick. And he used to say,
You know what? If you hadn't told me that, I could have guessed what that was.
He says when he said in the videos when he was about to come, get down with the sickness, like that. And it was like so much calm. And I think now thinking back on it, I think it was all fake because it was like a hose.
Meringue.
Was he black?
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
Well, because isn't Mandingo like a thing
Yeah,
they
it's
used
a
to...
terrible thing to say.
Yeah, I thought so.
But like,
That was who he's called.
I mean, yeah, it's up to him.
When they're like the fighters in the slave trade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what his porn name was.
he's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's got a big fighting hose.
Yeah, anyway, he said get down with the sickness.
There was me and Bruce and we used to watch so many weird things on the telly together. Me and Bruce and our other roommate Luke. But there was this ginger guy, skinny little ginger guy, who used to just masturbate and he put videos up of himself all the time masturbating. And he would get right to the end and go like,
Ben.
here it comes. He was tiny. He didn't have a beard. He was bald, and it was just funny because every time he'd go, here comes it, and like it was always like the most intense orgasm. It was a meme for a while. Like there was a
How long were these videos?
I don't know. We only watched like the compilation of all of him going.
Compilation.
Because he would go
The
like,
best one.
here it
Just watch a
comes.
cum compilation of this guy coming.
Just with the boys.
Just the boys.
Whatever.
We usually just watch like Aussie dash cam videos
Yeah.
at home, not sit. Oh, the new redhead jizz video's out. Everyone, come on, grab your dinner. Let's go and sit down and watch
Lunch,
it.
kids.
Here we go. Do you want me to pause it while you go to the toilet?
Unusual creams. There's a video Bernie has. We were all watching a sex change operation video, and it's like in detail.
But like the cartoon.
A voiceover. No. It's a real thing. It's real visuals, and the man's describing what they're doing and that sort of thing. And it was me and Bruce and a friend of ours and another friend of Bruce's. And Bernie just happened to look at us all and get this really good video of everyone's faces, and we're all like, it's all different emotions about what they're saying. Like some are like shocked and like some are like disgusted. Some are like inquisitive, like wow, that's crazy.
Is it turning a penis inside out?
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing that
Don't you just push someone over the swings all the way around? Do you ever hear that rumor? If you go over the swings, if you go all the way over the swings, you turn inside out.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never heard that before.
that's how they do it.
That's how they do it. They just put you on
They
a
just
swing
turn
set.
your penis all the way around. Which way?
No, you go over the swing.
in
So
the
you know
swing.
on a
Oh.
swing set, you go all the way over.
Yeah.
If you do
turn
that, you'll
inside
turn
out.
inside out.
God, you're like a LGBTQI plus
Genius.
activist.
Yeah, I am.
You're like, it's easy.
It's not my job to educate you, Matt. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of dicks getting cut,
Why
I
not?
watched House of the
It's good to have
Dragon.
everyone back in the same room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Back to the
I
classics.
watched House of the Dragon, and that happens in just about the most graphic way I've ever seen in my life.
Do you see penis?
You see testicles.
Oh, does someone cut someone's testicles open?
It's so fucked. Not opening, they don't just fall out. It's
Oh.
like the guards are raiding the town, and they're like, you.
What treasure's in this sack?
And they just drop him, and he comes up and he just goes, and then he just throws his nuts on a piece of on like a.
I was fucking using them.
Yeah, it's fucked.
They were full.
Matt Smith does not fuck around. Doctor Who got serious.
Oh, is he a bad guy in this?
Well, he's not a bad guy.
Aren't they all
it's,
bad guys?
It's Game of Thrones. It's House of the Dragon. It's like they're all bad guys.
It's complicated, you know.
yeah, but like Ned Stark always seemed like a nice guy. You know, he
Stark
never
also beheaded someone in the first episode.
did. He? Oh, he did too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that guy, come on,
Well,
He was a
he a
deserter.
baddie?
come on. No, he wasn't
He
actually.
just
Was
fucking
he?
just didn't want to go to war.
And
Grow
he
up,
didn't
Ned Stark.
want to do it either. Remember, he was like,
Yeah.
he's all part of the thing. I don't know what accent he
No,
had.
that was it. Keep going, keep going.
That's all part of the process. You know, you got to chop their heads off. You got to take them, you got to put them on the block, you got to chop their heads off. It's all fine.
Game of Thrones and Fargo. Oh, heck, we're
Hey,
going to
listen,
chop his head off, you know.
He was in the forest, now he's not in the forest. We got to chop his brains out.
Yeah, that's a moose.
I don't know about this little finger guy.
He's
Heck, you know, it makes me sad to have to do this to you, fella.
It's okay. Do what you got to do.
I'll try not to make too much of a mess.
So I was at a party.
All I've got,
Oh, here
I've
we
got in my
go.
notes is snotty cunnilingus, thank God.
I was at a party and I was talking to this couple, and we were talking about how
I know where this goes.
we were talking about me
Throuple.
and my ability to speak Greek, and then she was talking about how I can speak Croatian, right? I'm butchering the story, by the way, just absolutely butchering it, just in case you were wondering.
Is it so far? It's fine.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So she was talking about how she could speak Croatian. I said, she said, do your grandparents speak Greek? I said, yeah, of course. They were born in Greece. Yeah, they speak perfect Greek and they speak okay English. And she said, my grandfather, who's dead, used to as well. And I was like, what? What an unnecessary piece of information to add into the story. If the sentence was, my grandfather used to speak Croatian, I would understand that your grandfather probably is dead and not the fact that he just
He's
forgot
alive
to
and
speak.
well.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm never speaking that anymore.
I can't remember it anymore.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a fun thing to do, and I think I'm going to do it more often.
Yeah.
Well, just like I was watching Harry Potter with Alan Rickman, who's dead, and you know what I mean. Like, just
Do it for everything as well.
yeah.
Like, oh man, I went over and did the podcast with the guys who were alive
Yeah, who were
today,
alive.
and it was we hadn't done one in a while.
Yeah.
It was good to see
It's
them all.
fucked. It was so. I was like we were drinking. She's like, anyway, so my grandfather, who's dead, and I was like, anyway, that's all.
Did
I
you
like
want a
conversation.
condolence?
Nah.
Maybe it's in case you're like, oh, my grandfather's very good, and you'd be like, oh, that's great. I love that language. I'd love to meet him one day. Well, you can't, Aidan. You can't.
She was preempting it.
Yeah.
Didn't want the pain.
Just to take the awkwardness out of it. He's dead and it's fine.
Yeah,
and
I'm okay with that, and I've moved
Yeah.
on past it.
I've moved on. I don't really want to talk about it. You know, it was a long process, but we got to say our goodbyes, which is, I guess, that's all you can ask for in that circumstance. But, you know, it was great. Yeah, he had a good run. We're a great family. We had a great time. Anyway, what was I saying? Would you like some pavlova?
It was like really, we're at a bar. She's like, do you want another drink?
So, how do you say penis in Greek?
I want to know where this bar is with the pavlova.
Oh, the Pavlova bar down in St Kilda.
You want some
Don't
pavlova?
tell him. It's,
Oh, the pav bar. I want some pav.
Oh yeah,
It's actually like-
you go to the Pav bar.
I don't like pav.
I don't like Pavlova either. It doesn't. Meringue looks better than it tastes, and I hate the way it feels.
And I don't like. Do you ever put pineapple? Some people have pineapple, which
You're
is
supposed to
fruit,
rub it on yourself.
on their pavlova.
What?
I usually have
Thank you.
kiwi.
I didn't like that.
I usually have a kiwi, which is a fruit,
Which is fruit.
and I have like passion fruit seeds, which is fruit as well.
Fruit seeds.
Yeah, fruit seeds. That's what I. That's what I usually-
My mum, who's white, usually makes probably the best.
with a name like. Have you said it over the podcast?
yeah,
Okay,
she's been on the podcast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with a name like Tanya.
Whoa, it's
Come on.
Tanya.
Is it Tanya?
No, it's
Tanya.
Tanya.
It is Tanya.
It's Tanya.
There's a new person that
Which is the
works.
name?
One of the Christmas casuals.
Who's alive?
Who's alive at work is called Tanya. So that's
a weird
quite
name for a
possibly
young
the most-
person.
yeah, quite possibly the most white bogan name I've like Tanya. You know what I mean? Like it's a real.
Yeah. Tonya
Sorry,
could be
Tanya.
anybody.
Yeah,
But Tanya?
Tanya. She drinks. You know,
Could
I was
be
gonna say white
Russian.
wine with
Is it
Tanya.
a Russian name? Tanya?
Tanya.
Tanya.
My name is Tanya. Yeah, it fits.
There you go. If you could do it and it sounds right in a bad Russian accent, then that's it. Which is a country.
Which is a kind of real Russian accent is a country just up there next to Ukraine. Oh, that was unnecessarily political.
Which is next to Ukraine. Which is at war.
Oh my god.
You were not on the podcast last time I did a podcast, man. But I've got a motto for 2023. I'd like to
Well,
run
he's
past
done it.
you.
He's done it. It's official.
Yeah, we chatted about it on the podcast, but I've got a motto that I'd like to run past you.
What
Yep.
did we had one. What did it used to be?
This year was 2022, pressure's off. Last year was 2021, anything can happen.
What about Shoot Your Shot? Wasn't that one?
Choose Your Choice?
2020 was Choose Your Choice. No, 2020 is Anything Can Happen. 2021 was Choose Your Choice. 2022 is Pressure's Off. Now, 2023, Ben.
Yep.
Sit back.
First of all.
It's an intense one.
First of all, it stems. I won't talk about get out of my way or else, but it sort of stems from that.
I thought that was
the motto from this is everyone can learn. 2023 is everyone can learn, and that stems from the idea
except
that get out of my way or else. Yeah. Except it comes from the idea of get out of my way or else, which I was talking about, which is like I'm gonna stop getting out of people's way.
Okay.
Get out of my way or else.
Yep.
Especially when I'm walking through a shopping center and people are just not paying attention. Get out of my way or else.
Especially, yeah.
But when you pitched it to me, I thought you were saying that when you go through people, you say, get out of my way or else.
No, I don't.
But it's more of an
say
attitude.
It's with his eyes.
It's the attitude.
So he's not saying I'm sorry anymore, is the 2023 motto.
No. 2023 now is everyone can learn because you're only going to do it once. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You'll do it once, and I won't get out of the way, and then you get bowled over by this 6 foot something.
And then you just walk past and go, lesson learned.
Yeah.
Happy 2023, bitch.
You also reminded me that your resolution was to be more lovely.
That wasn't this year's resolution. That was last year's resolution.
So now you're on the other way.
And I got lovelier, and then I think I got too lovely.
And we've dialed it way back to even past the original point of loveliness.
If I went from
Far
5
less
lovely to 10 lovely, and I think I got.
And so we went back to a 4.
I think I got to go back to like a 7.5.
I think people who are in the way don't deserve loveliness.
That's what I think.
But I also don't think you get to be the barometer for your own loveliness. You got to stop saying, I think I've put mine more lovely.
No, because I was more lovely, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because when I'm walking to the thing and somebody on their phone, like I'm walking, someone's on their phone, and they're gonna hit me, and I step out of the way for this moron that's not paying attention, and I go, "Oh, sorry, that's too lovely."
But you
because
think
this guy, left hand, is in the wrong.
So that's
we're walking.
But does that bump you up to a 10 on the lovely scale?
No, well,
his loveliness is based on basic human courtesy.
Apologizing for other people's mistakes.
When people walk past me with food, I don't spit in it. I'm like a 10.
No, I'm apologizing for other people's mistakes.
I heard someone chewing and I didn't hit them in the face.
It's like customer service.
9.5.
My customer service is customer's always right. It's spilled out into my everyday life.
2023, customer's always right.
2023 is everyone can learn.
Everyone can.
Everyone can learn.
And that's in stone.
I like the motto.
I like the motto.
I like the motto.
I won't explain it in detail to everybody.
It's your job. It's not your job to educate people.
Yeah, I wrote "Get out of my way or else," and you'll be surprised by this, Ben. While I was stuck behind 3 ladies with a pram who just stopped in the middle.
3 ladies with one pram.
3 ladies with
prams
each, all with a pram. So
3 wide with the prams.
3 wide with the prams, and then they just stopped.
How fucking dare you?
Dead stopped to look through a window. And I went, "Oh, sorry guys, I'm so sorry."
No, 2023 child homicide's legal.
That's they're wrong. You can't do that.
Oh yeah.
That's get out of my way or else is like, if you don't just get out of my way, I'm just gonna push the pram until it gets. You know what I mean? Like fucking move, move.
Walk in single.
2023 prams are fragile.
2023 or 2024 maybe. We'll see what happens in 2023. But it's like if you can walk 3 deep because it's
So I moved the pram. I took the baby, which is now dead.
Yeah. You can walk 3 deep as ladies with prams because you're killing time at the shopping center. Like I don't have a problem with that, but you've got to be aware of the fact that you're taking up.
I'm with you.
You can put the solution to that problem on them. You go, okay, ladies, 3 here. Who loves their kid the most? Because one's going. Someone's got to pay for this atrocity.
Let's go.
Me and Beck do it all the time where people are away. I go, excuse me. Like I'm always rude about people being in the way.
That's where this is coming from. Get out of my way or else.
Yeah, it's
Excuse me.
one of the only times that I can stand being rude to people because I don't like conflict. But if somebody's in my way, I just see red.
You go mental.
But that's fair. And if I'm in somebody else's
her
way,
version of mental.
You fucking bitch.
Which is saying anything, really.
Move, please.
Move.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry.
Or the other one in the
much.
supermarket where there's the aisle and they've got their shopping trolley or cart, if you're in America, out like that horizontally across, and they're reaching to the other side of the aisle to grab something and then put it across and say, like, what is this whole lane yours now? It's not a fucking pit lane. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
2023, get the fuck out of the way.
Get out of my way or else, man.
There was this old Asian lady when we were going to go down an escalator, and she came through, and I was going to beat her, but I was also...
a sock full of pennies.
I was going to beat her to the escalator, but I didn't know how far Beck was behind me, and I was like, I'll just let this lady go first. And I stopped, and she also stopped. And I was like, you go ahead. And she was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, no, go ahead. And she went, and then went. And I was like, I'm letting you go. I should have punched her right in the back of the fucking
Tip
head.
her trolley right over.
Watched her topple down the
There you go.
fucking
Now I'll use the
escalator.
escalator while you pick up all your groceries.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
you're
out
bleeding
of my
from
way
your
or else.
skull now. Oh, too bad. So anyways,
Get
she
out
was
of my
alright.
way or else.
Yeah.
I started doing that. I've started playing chicken with people, but I'm not 6 foot, so it's a bit.
That's the thing, right?
I don't really win.
I said to Matt, I'm an imposing figure. And Matt said, no, you're not. And I said, well, if there was a smaller person, I would be.
It's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I am bigger than most other people.
But it's not like you're not like this. You're tall.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't say
true. But
imposing.
imagine if what
You seem-
was going through my head is get out of my way or else. I don't know if I'm going like this.
Yeah.
I'm coming like this.
How you coming towards it? Yeah, I think
Wanking
people would
off
get out of
to
your way
the-
if you walk like that.
Get out of the way.
Robot man, going to get my modern warfare code. Get out of the way.
What do you mean you took it?
Those people we walked past the other day, Beck, got in the way, and I was like, move. And then we went past, and you're like, you really fucked me there. I don't remember the context of it. But we're walking through people, and you said, you really fucked me there.
I don't know.
No.
You said it to them.
No, to me. She said it to me. As we
I'm
went past.
sure you really fucked me there.
Yeah, I think because Beck was going to go around the right side of them, and I made
So
them
did
move.
you just say-
and
yeah.
then they moved it to
You
Beck's
know what?
way.
Okay. You know what I hate about you, Matt?
Yes.
It's that as
Start the list. This will fill out the rest of the podcast.
as a couple, if we're moving through space, we got to go together. We got to make the same choices. Otherwise, we're the ones making a problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was this couple standing a little way away from us, and I went to go around the side. And usually I'll grab your hand or
Slipstream.
something, or I'll grab like your jumper and be like, "Come with me."
Remember
and
that.
you went in the middle.
Yes, but the
And
point
so
is,
then the lady moved to the side and like
Oh, yeah.
smushed me against the wall.
the way we usually function is that I'm the power. I move through, and you come behind me, and you were behind me, and then all of a sudden you were going to the right. If you're not staying in my slipstream, it doesn't work.
Or the other thing that happens, because you have no situational awareness, and
It's true.
you often don't know if you're in the way, if you're about to become in the way. So I
Do not.
I will grab you by the wrist like a child and be like, "Come on, Matt, get out of the way,"
Yeah.
which is what I was trying to do.
All the time, I'm shuffling a step to the right because I'm in the way of people. I'm just always in the way. But when we're powering through a thing, I'm a good tool.
Yeah, but I tried to do the hand
I'm a
grab,
tool.
Can
and
I
you did
ask-
the slipstream.
Can I ask
Sorry.
you a genuine question?
Yes.
If there are people in your way, do you really just say move?
Depends.
No. If they're being, if it's a group of three ladies like that one, if they got their trolley and that, and they're standing there, I go, oh, I might say move or like, excuse me.
I'd say excuse me.
Yeah.
I say a
literally-
passive aggressive excuse me because I feel like move is just aggressive.
I'll qualify it. Usually, I'll be like, "You're taking up the whole thing."
Yes, I might say that.
It's like there's
yeah.
three of you blocking the whole way, and you're all moving very slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
might-
think I've ever actually said move.
Because move seems super aggressive. Move seems like if you say it to the wrong person, you're going to get punched.
Move
Yeah.
should be the second thing
He's an
you
imposing
say.
figure, though.
It's like, excuse me.
Excuse me, move.
Move.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'll
Move's the
do
second
one like Ben where I'll be like, "This is where people walk," something like that.
Although I'm usually like 6 paces away once I've said the, like, I'm like, excuse me, Jesus, we're going to get around you guys. And I'm all the way already.
Hot sushi coming through.
By the way, I'm walking like you walk in VR. This is how. Yeah, it's like, what are you fucking, come on. Yeah, hot sushi. By the way, hot sushi is good. There, I said it.
I've never had hot sushi.
No, but you're not meant to.
No, it's food poisoning.
No, not the fish one. Please, I don't get hot
Please.
fish sushi.
No sushi is meant to be served hot, is it?
Well, like the crispy chicken, if they're making it right then, it's not bad.
I mean, the crispy chicken inside the.
Yeah, and also the rice then gets a little warm, and warm rice is fine.
Oh, I
People
guess
eat
so.
warm rice often.
Yeah.
I like my sushi. Like, I like to put my sushi in the fridge after I've come home to cool it down even more. I love a cool sushi.
What's your go-to roll?
A tuna avocado.
Tempura prawn.
Tuna.
Do you eat the tail?
Yeah, I do.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Wild child.
What was it? You feel like with my girlfriend?
I'll eat a poop sack.
Fuck yeah, you do.
I'll eat a poop sack. I'm not
I
scared.
was.
You know that,
so,
Matt.
that
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
That is.
Do you spit on it first, though?
I'll tell you a story. I went and I slept with somebody recently,
Here we go.
and
I was at a party. I have casual sex. I slept
In
with someone
the middle
recently.
of
Move out of my car or else.
Yeah.
in the middle of it, we make eye contact, and he kind of did like it was kind of like this weird look on his face.
Aidan?
He's like, oh my god.
He turns around and goes, didn't know you had a beard?
I'm sorry. I was expecting my dad.
Oh, Jesus. We're lying down next to each other, and he looked at me and he goes, okay, what? And he goes, nothing. And I was like, well, tell me right now, because I'm fully naked, and if you're laughing at me, I can't be here anymore, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so self-conscious.
Oh, yeah.
What was that look for? And he was like, do you ever call people nicknames in bed? And I was like, I mean, if that's what you like, then sure, I can do that. Like, that's not a problem. What would you like to be called? And he's like, it's weird. And I was like, okay, is it Daddy?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right? Like, is it Daddy? And he was like, no, it's nothing like that. And I was like, okay, then what is it? And he's
Nothing
like,
so pedestrian.
Yeah.
he goes, Magic Mouthed Mike.
Magic mouthed Mike.
I was like, what?
Is his name Mike?
Nope.
Okay.
I was
That
like,
is a
"What?"
mouthful.
He goes, Magic Mouth Mike. And I was like, what am I going to say? Oh, fuck, Magic Mouth Mike is so good at this. What do you mean? He's like, I just really like it.
Mike, your mouth is so magic.
Well, it's just bizarre, right?
Yeah.
Magic
Very
Mouth Mike.
strange.
People have weird things. People,
Really?
you know. I'm not gonna. I don't like it.
I didn't
No,
say
I
it.
don't
I
like
don't think
that
you
at
didn't
I was
say
like,
it.
no. I was
Who's
like,
got the time?
no, probably not.
Yeah, right.
No,
That's
no,
like
probably
3
not.
words.
Yeah.
I think I said 3 words the entire time.
Really?
I mean,
Just
kind
get
of.
off me.
I'm pretty.
Please don't spit.
Ouch, that hurts.
Oh boy.
Please don't snort. You know, all that sort of stuff.
Really?
Beck,
Ben,
Big
all
one.
quiet over there. A bit quiet over there, Ben.
I'm trying to work out the whole magic mouth mic thing.
Yeah, he said. I asked him afterwards. He said that somebody he slept with a while ago didn't know his name and said, "Wow, you're so good at that. I'm going to call you Magic Mouthed Mike." And he was like, really
Something
turned on
triggered
about
in
it.
him?
Like it was like,
My
oh,
name's
wow.
Dan.
It's close to that.
Yeah, okay.
It's got
Imagine
no-
just
it's nothing-
assigning a new name to the guy you're fucking. 'cause
Yeah,
I
and
don't
imagine
remember
like
it.
saying midway.
My name's Dan. Oh, shut up, Mike.
Yeah, like
You're
I
so
don't remember
funny.
your name. I'm going to call you Magic Mouth.
it
Mike.
sounds like one of those old. Remember, like in the. I don't know if this is a current thing, but in like the early 2000s when drag queens first were a thing, but they were just like in the street. I don't know if it was at a street because I was too young, but I remember like just in pop culture, like
I don't think they came
drag
around in
queens
the
hanging out
2000s.
at bars and stuff like that, and they always had weird names.
They all
like
always have weird names.
Electric.
Yeah, I met
You
one.
got it. You got it. Go.
I met one called Crystal Ring. That's
Yeah,
one of my
but were they
favorites.
just hanging out at a bar and they get free drinks at that bar and they hang
Yeah,
out
she
there?
was. She was at the Peel.
Remind me of that Magic Mouth Mike.
Dirtiest gay bar I've ever been to in my life. The Peel. That's the one that I went to, and the drag queens came out, did the podium dance, and threw money out into the like fake cash, and everyone was like picking it up, and then one guy picked up a couple of dollar bills, came over to me, right, just like I didn't know who he was, beelined it to me, grabbed the money and shoved it down the front of my pants, and then said, "I'm gonna get that later." And then went back to dance.
I like the beeline. Like,
Smooth.
he looks like he's got a broke cock.
Yeah.
Get out of my way or else.
Yeah, get out of my way or else.
I got to help
everybody
poor
can learn.
penis over here.
Everybody can learn. It was
Yeah.
wild.
I'm gonna get that later. That's,
Yeah, I'll get
Wow.
that later. Crazy.
And
Two
did he?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be some sort of like
With interest.
your dick's gonna be broke by the end of the night. So
Yo,
here's a couple of
that's
dollars.
clever.
That's Gay men are so clever.
Yeah.
Just so much. I could never think of a line like that. Plus, if I did it, I'd go to jail. if I went up to a girl, put cash down her pants, and said, "I'm going to get that later."
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was like, okay. It was wild.
So it's
It's that classic thing of he was very attractive, so he could do anything he liked.
yeah.
No such thing as creepy.
And he knew it.
No such thing as creepy. Yeah.
There's no such thing as a creepy gay man.
There's no such thing as a creepy attractive
No,
gay
yeah,
man.
yeah.
There is such thing as creepy gay
Oh
man.
yeah, we've met some of them.
Creepy gay man.
Yeah.
Name names.
Right.
No,
Okay,
don't.
Name names.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my motto. I think
Have you
it's
had
a good
sex
one.
with any creepy
2023.
people?
I'll get that later.
Yeah,
What-
I've had sex with somebody that played their own porno.
Oh.
But
Did I not
what?
tell you about that?
Do you not know this
Like a
before
DJ.
you go there, or is it just like whatever?
No, it's like, okay, you look like a normal person.
You
I'll go
really,
over.
you really roll with the punches.
It's
Wow.
just bad. It's bad. But that's not anymore. A while ago, I rolled with the punches. Not anymore. I've become far more selective. But like back in the day,
Selective with the punches.
Yeah, back in the day, it was like, you want to have sex with me? You're mildly attractive, sure. And then I go over. It's like, oh, you don't have a bed frame. Oh no.
I think you might have been Dahmed back in the day.
I would have been killed by Jeffrey Dahmer for sure. That's why I was so upset by the Jeffrey Dahmer first 2 episodes I didn't watch anymore. Because I was like, oh, I've been in situations where the hair on the back of my neck stands up and I have more than once, this is so bad, run out of somewhere.
Oh my god.
But for no reason other than I have a bad feeling.
They were
So I
smiling at you.
get out. I just get out. I'm like, sorry, I'm out.
I don't want to watch The Exorcist.
Like shoes in hand.
Yeah.
I think you would have been in a far nicer area than Dharma. Well,
That's true.
so you wouldn't be caught dead in that bar.
Yeah, that's true. I also don't really go to bars, but Dharma would have killed me for certain. For certain, I would have been killed.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so upset. Like once, this is a weird story. Once, I was sleeping with somebody, and he was, messing around with my dick. That's what he was doing. And then he was like, then he like pressed his finger in here, like on the in the where your artery is. He was like, that's your carotid artery, not your carotid artery. What artery is that?
Cock-rotted artery.
Your cock-rotted artery. He was like
The
he like
femoral.
pressed the femoral artery. He like pressed it, and I was like, he was like, that's your femoral artery, and I was like, what? He was like, most people squirm when I do this, and I was like, okay.
Most people.
No.
I was like,
That's
okay,
enough.
okay, thank you.
Most people squirm when I do this at first.
Yeah, it was really fucking weird. It was really weird. Nothing happened. I got up. I was like, thanks, man. I'm not really feeling it anymore. And he was like, oh, why? And I was like,
Why?
femoral
Artery thing.
Mostly the femoral artery thing. Yeah, like that specifically. That bit where
People love that.
you know when like you pressed on one of those, there's one of those really, really important
Crucial blood delivery areas, yeah.
And you looked at me dead in the eyes and say,
That
most
was a
people
joke.
squirm.
I was
And he was like,
joking.
oh, okay. Beck,
That's really upset me.
Beck, I got to tell you, I've got a million stories like that, and I am damaged goods because of it. It's real
It's
bad.
almost like Dharma, except they don't murder people.
Well, he could have. Who
Like,
knows?
Imagine if it
Flow
was
with the
Dharma
idea.
and people went up. He's like, you know what? I'm not feeling it anymore. And he's like, why? And it's like, well, you put on The Exorcist. First of all,
You put
the
those
house
contacts
smells like
in.
shit. I don't know what's going on here. You're
with the
fucking
barrel?
weird.
What's in the barrel?
What's in the barrel?
Yeah.
What's in the barrel? Also,
That rum you gave me
I
had
know
a
this
film
drink.
on it.
Yeah.
It's not fucking dish soap, you fucking liar. This
Yeah.
is bullshit. I'm getting out of here. Also, can you talk normal and not be so?
Yeah, and he was like, okay.
It's fine. And let you out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah. That's hair on the back of your neck shit. That happened. That used to happen to me a lot.
I've never, ever even been close to an experience.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
there's like you be walking through this. It's such a common story amongst gay people that you're walking
And women.
through, and women. Yes, absolutely. When you're walking through someone else's house and you're like, God, this is fucked. It's like that story I told you when I went on the date with that guy, but he wanted to have a date at home. So I was like, okay, and we chilled out, we smoked some weed, and then his housemates came home and they were like, have you tried VR? And I was like, no, I haven't. And they put me in PlayStation VR, but they sat me in front of all of them and they all sat behind me. And I was so convinced that when I put it on, because I had headphones and there was like no sensory anymore, I was certain I was going to wake up and they were going to put a bag over my head and kill me, to the point where I didn't play the game. I had my headphones like this and I was looking. I wasn't even looking. I was looking down the whole time. They were like, you're not doing it right. And I was like, oh, like that. I was just making sure I could see the world somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I stayed
terrible
the
with
night.
this.
Oh my god. I'm glad you're still with us.
By some miracle.
Yeah.
That's because I could probably beat the shit out of the person that I think's going to kill me. You know what I mean?
Unless you're in VR and they put a knife in your
Well,
back.
that's it, right? Like that's the one time that I was like really, really, really certain.
Or someone's got your artery and they just
Yeah, but I still think I could have beaten him.
What if you just pulled out a knife and went into your artery? You'd been like, and you start
What would
bleeding out.
happen? You'd die.
Yeah, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I would die. But you would know where I was.
I think murderers are a little more tenacious than just like
I'm gonna get a fist fight with this guy. Stick up your dukes.
No,
out.
all of a sudden.
Think episode 1 of Dharma, the guy that gets away has a fight. I mean, he doesn't lose the fight, does he?
no,
No,
It's a
he
scuffle.
fights and fights and fights and fights and fights. I think I would be able to do that because I'm a big guy.
But also that like Dharma is not a at that point he's really let loose. Like he's just sitting there with him watching a movie while he's kind of drugged a little bit. He's being way too loosey goosey. If someone's actually going to murder somebody,
Yeah,
you know, you'd
I
hope
don't think
they
I
were at
could
the end
survive
of
it.
their spree. You want to be the last guy, not the first guy.
No, I want to be the first guy or the last guy. I don't want to be in the middle where they're the height of their powers.
Yeah.
First guy, they're super nervous. They're like,
Yeah, but they always get that first guy.
they might not.
Oh, that you could be the stopper of the
You
first
could be
guy.
like, you cut me
Just
and
try
you
to
fucking cut me real bad, or you stab me, right? I could take a stabbing.
Ow!
Depends on where you hit me.
Yeah.
But everybody could take a stabbing.
It depends where.
Yeah. Stab me in my leg, sure. But
Stab me in my leg. Shame on you.
Stab me in my cock-rotted artery. Shame on me.
that was very frightening.
Yeah.
I could feel my blood go, whoop, whoop.
It's probably what he was hoping to feel.
Yeah, oh my God. Ooh,
Yeah.
I'd like when I die, and at this rate it's going to be next week, for to have like a stat sheet I've said this a lot. And I want to know, like, you know, the classics. How much piss did I make? And how much shit did I poo? And what was, you know, how much did I eat?
Classics.
2023. How much shit did I poo?
How much shit did I poo? It's a funny sentence. I didn't realize. But I also want to know, how many serial killers did I walk past? How many times have I walked past somebody that killed somebody? How many times have I interacted with somebody that's like wanted to fuck me up? You know what I mean? Like, that's what that would be awesome to know.
Yeah. Oh.
That person that I served last week killed his wife the next day, or like, you know, bought the laptop and now that's
Like
a
the
murder weapon.
M. Night Shyamalan magnum opus Unbreakable with Bruce Willis.
What's that about?
Well, he's Unbreakable, 1.
Yeah.
And 2,
Oh, yeah.
like he touches people and you can see like all the shit they've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he just like, he's walking through an airport or some shit and touches some guy and he's like, oh my God, this guy breaks into houses and kills people.
Wow.
And he
Is
follows
that, and
him.
then he walks along the pool
It's
top.
with the pool cover. That's like the only thing I remember from that movie.
We had to
besides
study
every
that.
other bit of the movie.
He walks
Over and over
across
again.
the pool top.
They have a fight and he lands on a pool cover and it's one of those tarp covers and he just
Yeah.
gets wrapped up in it and nearly
Dies.
drowns.
Yeah.
But luckily,
He's unbreakable.
Bruce Willis is undrownable.
Oh, so he can't
The
die?
Bruce
No,
Willis.
he just can't be broken.
I just think he can't die, right?
I don't know.
And then his mate, Mr. Glass,
Can
Yeah.
super
he does
die.
nothing but die.
Johnny Glass.
He just dies again and again and again.
He's got really
Over
fragile
and
bones.
over.
But I thought he dies in Unbreakable, and then there was a whole thing about Mr. Glass.
I don't know.
You know what I did like though?
What did you like though?
That one that's in the same world as that with
The
James
Crazy
McAvoy.
one? Yeah.
I like Split.
People only use 1% of their personalities. What would happen if they used 100%?
I only just checked in that conversation like 30 seconds ago because I was still thinking about everything you were just saying. I'm having a hard time coming out of it.
We need to do some aftercare, man.
The fact
Just the
that
idea
I've
of going to
been-
houses and just
Yeah.
the people being.
Yeah. I don't do it anymore.
You know what you need to do? Because he just fucked with you after you came out of the movie and you were scared. So now, whenever
Yeah.
he's just around his house after the podcast, you just need to start pressing on his thigh and go, that's your carotid artery.
Have you ever
Make him scared.
Because you've had sex with men, Beck?
Unfortunately.
Has that ever been? Have you ever been
Sorry,
like
talking to me,
this
Beck.
person's gonna hurt me?
No, because I've never been a casual one-night stand kind of person, so I've never really gotten myself in those situations. But certainly just meeting men on the street or in a bar and you're like, oh, this guy.
Is this the one?
You definitely get the hair on the back of your neck. Like, it's just you can just feel it in your guts.
So I wonder if women felt that way about me at any point. They were like, this guy's gonna kill me.
No.
Maybe at Baldwin. Maybe at Baldwin. Like, genuinely, maybe at
Oh,
Baldwin.
yeah.
That
I'll
was
tell you-
that was a dank house.
Yeah.
And you're like, come down this way. And you look left and you're like, oh, God. And you look right and you're like, Jesus.
I'll tell you something that did
No.
happen. Can I tell a casual sex story, Beck?
It's not about me.
No.
Go nuts.
No, our sex is very strict.
Very formal.
No spitting on the button.
We all wear bow ties.
This is I didn't tell
That's going
this.
to come abundant every time.
I haven't told this before because when I did used to tell the story, I left this out because I thought I'd done something wrong. And
Okay.
over time, I realized it's just something that
Through the
sometimes
power of
happens.
editing, you may never have told this story.
You remember the Asian girl that went nya nya nya?
I do very vividly.
Yes. At the end, she cried, which I got worried about because I was
Why
like,
did she
oh fuck,
cry?
I've done something wrong. Well, apparently, some people just cry after sex.
Oh,
like a
if it's
thing.
good.
Did she climax, do you think?
I believe so.
'Cause that-
unless she was
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
that
yeah.
happens.
That can be.
The rush of endorphins. That's happened to me. You just
I mean, I didn't
can't
know.
help
I didn't
it.
know. She just started crying, and that was one point where I wasn't scared, but I was like, something's right. I
She's
was
going to
like,
kill me.
you know what I did? Because
Well,
I
it
did.
is pretty fucked.
All I had in the house was Pepsi Max, and I didn't know what to do. Just crying. I remember saying like, "Do you want a glass of Pepsi?"
I'm sorry, I've eaten all the custard.
I was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, that's
There.
Yeah.
And then she
It'll
was like,
be all
she was like,
right.
"Oh." And then she was like, "Oh, anyways, fine." She was fine. So I thought it was something. I didn't know. I didn't know what the
It's
problem.
it's like and in that moment when you're like, okay, and we're done, and then she goes, you think it's either gonna go, that was so good, or you know what I mean?
True.
It's one or the other.
Or the, I don't know, man. I gotta get my shit together.
Yeah. Like, what am I doing in my life?
That's
I
what I was
should have
like.
dropped out of uni. What the fuck am I doing drugs every fucking day? What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing?
I'm in Baldwin and it smells like cat piss. Why am I here?
What is your name? Fucking
That's what I was worried
Magic
about.
Mouth Mike? What the
That's
fuck
right.
is your name again?
That's why I didn't, because I was like, oh Jesus.
But like, truly,
But then she snapped out of it. She was like, oh, anyway.
see,
fine.
we just all that story is I fucked a woman so good she cried.
No,
Well
but
done,
at
Matt.
the time, I was like, "Oh no, I've done
Yeah,
something wrong."
that's a scary
When
thing.
she started crying, my first thought was, "I'm going to jail," because I thought I'd done something wrong. I thought I had done something wrong, and there was a stranger crying naked in my house, and I went, "Uh-oh, this is not good."
Yeah, I mean, it's never a good thing.
And then she didn't take the glass of Pepsi either.
Oh.
Well, there's the red
It wasn't
flag.
meant to be.
She didn't take the glass.
No.
Awesome.
It's your
More
glass,
Pepsi
man.
Max for you.
Whoa, yeah.
So, okay.
Did she leave quickly after that?
Yeah, pretty quickly, yeah.
Well,
She didn't run out the door.
she may have been upset, but it may not have had anything to do with you. She might have just exactly been like, what am I doing? Well, I want a boyfriend, and instead I'm here fucking around.
Well, like she's just been through a breakup and you're a rebound.
Yeah.
And it's all come like, this didn't solve all of my problems immediately. Ah.
Wasn't a good night in the end. But that
Yeah, don't
Nya
say.
story got its fucking got its miles.
I do love that story. So, yeah. Make better choices, kids.
2023, make better choices.
That's actually probably better. Everyone can learn. I still think that encompasses that. Everyone can learn. You can learn. You can make a mistake. You can learn, man.
You can learn.
Everyone can learn. Everyone can learn, man.
Everyone.
Yes.
Even someone in a coma. You comaphobe.
Yeah, surely.
Biggest fear, honest to God, is being in a coma, but knowing what's going on.
Oh, being like...
I know we're getting to the
I
end of the
think that'd
podcast. I should be
be a
finding a
dream.
light subject that ends
No,
with a joke.
what about the trapped in, locked in syndrome?
I love to eavesdrop, so that would be great for me.
Oh my God.
Just
locked
wheel
in
me around to
syndrome.
private conversations, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also love to itch your nose sometimes, which you won't be able to do.
Locked in
partial.
syndrome's full on. That sounds... Yeah, that's a pretty scary...
The one where you have to type with your eyes.
No, that's... Locked in syndrome is when you essentially
But you
just a
can't do
vegetable, but
anything.
you're totally conscious, but no one can tell.
Oh, can they not tell? Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought it was like they know he's got locked in syndrome.
No, it's like... It's like
How do they know it's a thing? Why is it got a
Because
name?
people can come out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, I was awake for the whole time and I heard everything and oh my God, I'm so glad I can move.
You guys hate me?
Yeah.
If they ever get enough technology to know that you're conscious and I have locked in, I'm telling you right now, drop a brick on my head, please.
Okay.
That's like...
Or
you'll
give me a
feel
needle.
the-
You don't have to.
Yeah,
You don't have to drop a brick on
This
my
is
head.
what he wanted. Probably going to have to go from higher.
From high enough, exactly.
This goes bonk. Dink. Oh fuck! Just get the ladder, and then you're lining it up, and it goes lands on my chest.
Oh, my
And you're like,
God.
fucking hell!
I think
you
he
sure
just hit
this
his
is what he
carotid
wanted?
artery.
And you get like the strings so you can line it up, and it's
I'm
on
going
the
to
thing,
swing it.
and you gotta wait
As
for
it comes in,
You gotta
we'll
wait.
snip it.
You gotta wait for it to stop swinging and sit still, and everyone's just staring up at the brick.
Oh, fuck.
And then my mission.
Including you, because you've
Can you turn the aircon off? I think that's why it keeps going around.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
Hey, it's GMat here, and don't forget, if you enjoyed that episode of the GMat podcast and you want to hear more, we also have the podcast post show over at patreon.com/the GMat podcast. The post show is a shorter episode recorded directly after the main podcast where we wrap things up and talk about anything we didn't have time to talk about. $3 a month and cancel anytime. We are a community-supported podcast, so your support over there funds the show and makes it easier for us to keep doing what we love. If you want to support us, head over to patreon.com/the GMat podcast.